I'd like to commit a little bestiality with this next filly. I'm not so sure this isn't some rich guy's creative use of a hooker. If she breaks a nail, I think you're allowed to shoot her. Unfortunately, she didn't make the cut for the Tosh.0 Preakness.
And the rest. Out of the gates fast, it's Follow Me on Twitter, followed by Jim, Secretary and Something Racist. Jim in hot pursuit of Follow Me on Twitter. Secretary and Something Racist, neck and neck for last. Follow Me on Twitter improves on his lead. Oh, the jockey goes down as Follow Me on Twitter crosses the finish line. The jockey on Something Racist looks huge. Follow Me on Twitter gets the roses and the jockey gets the milk, and that's all from here.
Yes, there were boys riding our naked bodies, but we were pretending to be horses. And horses don't wear pants.
These telenovelas are getting goddamn ridiculous. What a sexy equestrian. The scenery, the Spanish narration, it's all very romantic. This may be the most beautiful video I've ever seen. I know, it's not Peyton Manning getting limber in the off-season. That's a horse doing yoga. If that filly really wants a great ass, she should do horse Pilates.
All the exercise in the world won't help that face.
Don't forget to point your hooves. Beats getting whipped for 3 miles of the Kentucky Derby. My yoga instructor almost never kisses me. Just dip your junk in salt already. I'd like to place a $10 exacta that the jockey finishes first. And they're off to screw in the stables. That's how he became the horse fister. And before 3 of you tell me you already saw this video on At Midnight, know that I found out about it after it was too late to make a change. Maybe I should watch the show more. I do. I like to play along at home. As soon as anyone yells points, I turn off my TV. And for that, we say, namaste. Looks like the Tooth Fairy will be making an unexpected visit tonight. It's hard to walk it off when you haven't learned to walk. And it's okay, a kid's head can be shaped back to round the first 2 years. Bad news, guys. Her parents had no choice. They had to put that rocking horse down. It's on her. Who goes horseback riding in their jammies? Finally, an equestrian event for poor girls whose parents can't afford to buy them a horse, but can afford broom handles. Yes, this is a real thing. My only problem is you can't gamble on it. That's why I created my office's annual Triple Kentucky Hobby Horse Derby Preakness Stakes at Belmont Crown. We're still working on that title.
It's that time of the year again, folks. Lots of people placing bets and the stakes are high. In post position 1, we've got Gay for Pay at 5-1 odds. In post position 2, Stupid Motherfucker, a huge long shot at 75-1. Anderson Pooper in post position 3, a very clear favorite today. Mrs. Hands in post position 4 at 10-1. Post position 5 is in the lead at 3-1. And rounding out the field in post position 6 is that feeling you get when you can't remember if you locked your front door at 20-1. Here's a good sign. That feeling you get when you can't remember if you locked your front door just pooped on the track. The jockey seems to be having a hard time getting in the lead to calm down in the starting gate. Betting is officially closed and we're ready to start the race. In the lead is down and out of the race. Anderson Pooper is doing what Anderson Pooper does best, taking an early lead. Stupid Motherfucker is well off the lead thanks to the extra 200 pounds of iron he's sporting. The real race is for second and third, ladies and gentlemen. That feeling you get when you can't remember if you locked your front door tries to get by, but Gay for Pay staying strong. That feeling you get when you can't remember if you locked your front door. No, Gay for Pay is really hugging the rail. But here we go, coming around the turn and down the stretch, and yes, he's done it. Anderson Pooper for the win. Gay for Pay squeaks out second, followed by that feeling you get when you can't remember if you locked your front door for third. Stupid motherfucker misses hands and in the lead, finishing up last with a snapped stick. What an amazing day on the track. Not since an orphanage in the 40s have I seen so many depressing stick toys.
Me and my friends at PETA won't stop until every animal is a stick animal.